What do you say and what do you think about that mental fortitude to not actually accept what happened in the last fight?
It just shows you that I'm living in Wilder's mind rent-free the whole time, 2 years. Every time he looks in the mirror, he sees Tyson Fury. Every time he goes to bed, before he closes his eyes at night, he sees a Gypsy King. And everything he wakes up and thinks about in the morning, he thinks of Tyson Fury. You know, it's crazy. It must be crazy to be obsessed with a man like me. So much in his life that... Crazy. It's just crazy. But, you know, I've not really made too much of what he says, because this time I'm going to put a knuckle duster on each hand, and then I'm going to go into the fight. I might even put double knuckle dusters.
A couple egg whites extra.
Yeah.
A couple egg whites extra.
Yeah.
A couple egg whites extra.
Yeah. Maybe. Or maybe I even bring like a...
What's good, family? So mash the like button, subscribe, and lick off the bell. Oh man, Deontay Wilder, he down bad. He down bad right now. Yeah, but then again, could be worse. At least for the first time in a long time, Deontay Wilder isn't the most down bad right now. AJ, take that spot, no doubt. Deontay Wilder, he big happy right now, in fact. Because yes, he's getting trolled by random chicks from the media. Do you know how bad that is? Bear in mind, people, yeah? When Floyd Mayweather has a show, can you imagine anyone, any random Donny from the media trolling him at his own show, if that makes sense? Imagine Mayweather Pacquiao and some next interviewer Don starts trolling him. Now I do remember there was one old grey-haired Donny from years ago, but that was Floyd Mayweather. He was still on Bob Arum's cards then. Completely forgot his name, but there was some old grey-haired Silver Fox Don who used to always troll Mayweather for not fighting. He'd troll Mayweather for running, but apart from him, and that was way back when Mayweather had loads of bosses, but the point is, people, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, they run this show, if that makes sense. This is their pay-per-view show. Do you know how bad it is? That you got Deontay Wilder's got his own show and he's getting trolled by the reporters. No respect. No one's got no respect for Deontay Wilder right now. That said, is he going to gain some respect back? Only time will tell. Now, I did tell you, man, a few days ago or weeks ago that I was going to put some monies on Deontay Wilder, but obviously, thanks to your boy, Anthony Mandela, and thanks to your man's Anthony Mandela Gandhi, the YB's coins are all the way burnt out. Yeah, the coins I was going to use to roll on Deontay Wilder got all the way burnt up because I went all in, truth be known. I said, listen, there's no way AJ going to lose. So I went, put all my chips in, put all the coins in. No coins left. So I got no coins left for Deontay Wilder. And now, the more I thought about it, I thought, you know what? There's no way at this point in time I can afford to put any more coins on unsure bets. Because yeah, the odds are what, 3-4 to 1 for Wilder, but am I that keen? Yeah? Don't get me wrong. When I had a whole bunch of coins ready to waste, that got blown on AJ, Anthony Mandela, yeah? That was a complete different story. Now I've been burnt, yeah? Do I really want to touch the hot stove again? Don't think so. Yeah? I'm leaving the stove alone. No doubt. Because what I don't want to do, I don't want to end up funding William Hill. In fact, I don't. It's quite ironic because essentially the YB and his coins have ended up funneling all the way back into AJ's pocket. Because no doubt William Hill going to ring him up. Oh, AJ, we just took a big whole bunch of coins from the YB's account. Let us, man, increase your endorsements this year because you got a whole bunch of coins in our account from the YB. Yeah, no doubt, 100%. You best believe AJ got that call in the last week. They told him. A whole bunch of coins came in. Yeah, we bumped all your fans. All your fans got bumped. Take this raise. So wait a minute. AJ, he getting a William Hill raise, and all of us mans, our coins got bumped. How does that work? Isn't it a mad world? Isn't it a mad world, yeah? Where you put your coins in, you back someone, and you get bumped, and they get a raise. Wow, it's bad. But anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, Deontay Wilder, listen. I told you, man, that I was going to put some coins in on Deontay Wilder. No coins for Wilder. I don't trust him. And especially when, what do we know? We know I broke the news about 2-3 months ago that Deontay Wilder wasn't having no sparring partners in. Then, when they heard my video, all of a sudden, they realised, oops, we haven't brought no sparring partners in for 18 months. Let's drag in Helenius. Wow. And that for me just summed it up. That for me was a nail in the coffin. If there was any chance I was going to roll any more coins, it died with that. It died there for me. It did. I'm sorry. Because that backs up everything I've been saying. Wait there. You're in a camp and you bring in Helenius. I mean, I've heard LDBC channels talking about, Team Wilder have brought in Helenius to... Yeah, Helenius is probably one of the best people to mimic Fury. I was like, wow. You man really are. You man really do stay stroking. You man really do stay on all fours for Deontay Wilder. You man down bad. Helenius is just like, is the closest thing to Tyson Fury, they were saying. Wow, he the stiffest thing to Tyson Fury. About the closest. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the point is, if your sparring partners consist of Robert Helenius, that tells me that you're still mentally fragile. That tells me that you haven't really learnt anything. Because guess what? What you needed to learn, much like AJ to be fair, but then again, to be fair to AJ, he does have proper sparring partners in. But still, the principle's the same. The principle is, Deontay Wilder had to learn in this camp how to be calm under pressure, how to counter-punch under pressure, how to be safe under pressure, etc, etc. That's what he had to learn. Bare minimum. If nothing else, he had to be comfortable taking shots, stay safe, and counter back. Guess what? Helenius is the most stiff. I mean, watch Dillian Whyte versus Helenius. The most stiff, the most unresponsive, the most useless sparring partner you could have brought in. Which for me, again, says it all about this camp. And then again, another nail in the coffin for me was when Malik Scott was fake being sick to make out Wilder had so much body punching power. I mean, if your head trainer is doing that, I mean, Rob McCrappen's bad, yeah, 100% he bad. But it's another level when you're putting out hit piece videos, trying to big up how powerful Wilder is by taking a big gulp of water and then spitting it out, making out you're being... This is bad. If your head trainer is doing that, it shows you're too busy playing games. You're too busy trying to convince Wilder. You're trying to create a big facade, trying to create a big mirage. But unfortunately, Tyson Fury isn't part of that mirage. Well, I don't know. It depends if it's... I don't know. If it's Cabal, then yeah, he is, and he'll probably fall over. But if there's no Cabal involved, then Fury ain't part of the mirage, and therefore he's gonna pop that bubble for you. Yeah, you're gonna pop your cherry one more time. I hate to break it to you, but it's the facts. I'm telling you, man, the facts. I know at this particular point in time, it's quite controversial. A lot of people are taking race into it and that. For me, I'm going to call it a spade. Yeah, no race for me on this one. The facts are the facts, and the facts are, people know. I'd love to, honestly, about a month ago, yeah, I was telling you, man, I'm going to bet on Wilder. But unfortunately, everything I've seen has been bad. Yeah? Nothing I've seen has filled me with confidence. Nothing. His head trainer isn't even serious. Do you understand? And now he's getting trolled by some random chick in the media. Wow. No respect. Yeah? The whole world's seen it. And he could have gained some respect in the eyes of the YB if he'd have gone away and really knuckled down. For example, Fury. Fair play to Fury. Fury, I've got a video coming soon. Fury and his team even admitted they got punched up by Jared Anderson. But guess what? To Tyson Fury's credit, he got punched up in July, and guess what? Jared Anderson, F.A. Jagba, was straight back in the camp. So you have to respect Fury for that. Again, showing his nuts. Even though I got punched up, they're coming back. I want round 2. So hats off for that. Deontay Wilder, yeah, he got punched up in February 2020, and he hasn't had a punch since, because he's had Helenius in there. Big stiff robot. Good for nothing. Again, if you don't believe me, go and watch Dillian Whyte versus Helenius. The most useless man I've ever seen in my life just stood there with his guard up. That's not the guy you bring in when you need to be under pressure. They should have had Derek Chisora down there. They should have had God knows who else there. For sure Derek Chisora though. That's who should have been there. Because if you can be comfortable and calm with him in the ring, you got a chance. Oh no, not Deontay Wilder's team. Instead, they focused 90% on pads, and then the last 10% for the last few weeks was Robert Helenius. That's not going to work in my opinion. No way. You're not serious. And it's almost like, you've seen Deontay Wilder pumping weights now. All that kind of stuff. All of this stuff isn't what needed to be done. But again, what does pumping weights do? Pumping weights adds to the mirage. Oh look, yeah Wilder, you're getting stronger. Oh look, you're getting more powerful. There's no way he's going to be able to take that power. Deontay Wilder getting a powerful shot off was never the problem as such. His problem was getting clocked in the head and being able to come back and fight back. He's never been great at fighting back. Look at the Ortiz fight. He was getting boxed up, just stood there with his earmuffs on. That's not fighting back. Yeah, he got boxed up with his earmuffs on. Then Ortiz's 78-year-old legs gassed out, and he was paid to take a dive, and Ortiz took a dive. Because he stood there with his hands by his waist and started smiling like a big goofy and got knocked out. So what does that prove? And I warned Wilder, I told him, listen, Wilder, when you go through your career paying people off to take a dive, like Malik Scott, ironically enough, he was paid off. Shot didn't even touch him. He jumped on the floor like a big goofy. And it's quite ironic, again, it's quite ironic that Malik Scott is putting out hit piece videos, fake being sick. Just like you put out a hit piece video of fake being knocked out. Malik Scott, he's still making hit pieces. No doubt. So yeah, Deontay, he down bad. And unfortunately, it's not looking great for Deontay right now. Truth be known. And don't get me wrong. Maybe I've missed something. If you might have seen anything that tells you that Wilder's a good bet, let me know. Because that's another thing. This whole myth of, oh, Deontay Wilder got knockout power. I've never believed that. I hate to break, I just haven't. I've never believed Deontay Wilder has all this knockout power. Why? Who has he knocked out? That hasn't been a complete stiff. For example, people rant and rave, oh, look how he knocked out Artur Spilka. Guess what? Derek Chisora, who isn't known to be a knockout artist, got him out in the first or second round. Just as bad, if that makes sense. Artur Spilka was knocked out just as coldly as he was against Wilder. Except it took Wilder 9 rounds. I mean, all we do know is that the first person Deontay Wilder went in there with, who was certified, which is Tyson Fury, all of a sudden, he got beat up. All of a sudden, he can't knock the guy out. And that first fight don't even really count, because, well, Fury was light as well. Fury didn't come in heavy. Fury was training with Ben Davison. Ben Davison gets everyone knocked out, in my opinion. So that wasn't a big shock. Now he's doing the Kronk style, the style that the YB told him to do. Wilder ain't got it. He ain't gonna knock. I don't believe Wilder is going to be able to knock out a 280-pound Tyson Fury. That's just my feeling. Even if he put Fury down, he's going to get up, in my opinion. But if it happens, then fair play. But I just haven't seen enough solid information to lead me to believe he's learnt enough, or he's humbled himself enough. Because that's the other thing. All this, like even that woman said, oh, I'm gonna put a whole. Oh, wow, it's bad. You're getting trolled by. You're getting trolled. Listen, this is how mad it is. You're getting trolled by one of your employees. That chick there, yeah, was essentially one of Wilder's employees. Got no respect for you, trolling you all the way up. Yeah, she told you, listen, Wilder, we're gonna put all the egg weights in there as well. It's bad. He down bad. Yeah, Wilder and AJ need to go and sit in the room somewhere and be down bad together. Cause, yeah. Oh man, it's a bad time. It's a bad time for certain dons right now. Certain dons are going through it. I mean, the way the YB's coins are, I'll go join them too. Yeah, the YB in a room, Wilder in a room, and Mr. Anthony Mandela in a room. All us three man just sit there. I've got no coins. Wilder getting punked by his employee, and AJ has got whooped by some cruiserweight looking ass. We all down bad.